transition, the soul atom becomes the neutronio. Through the neutronios, radioplasmic lines of force are generated by the chakra system to create the auric field. What you experience not only through your five senses but coming in through your vrittis, hands and feet, enters your system and is then transmitted through the neuronal canals, up to the brain, into the chakras, releasing marsigns. Information is constantly streaming into us and out of us, but the process is largely unconscious. To bring this process to consciousness is the function of synchrogalactic and holographic yoga. Note: marsigns are the final stage in the process of the quantified parton, in which 8 partons incessantly occupy the same time-space, establishing material for the radial plasmas. The human, V2433, revolves around its own nucleus and has its own magnetic field, just as a planet does. Human consciousness is not apart from the evolution of planetary consciousness. As Chief Joseph puts it, the Earth and myself are one mind. V24.3 represents the planet component within planetary consciousness. The planet has an electronic shell and behaves much like an orbiting electron in an atom, with different electronic mantles and layers. V24 is the star, the solar stellar field, the nucleus of this particular thought atom. The Earth is a receptacle of plasmas, the thermic and luminic effect of the Sun. The outer part of the Earth has an electrical cover or atmospheric caps, which include radiation belts, the ionosphere, the atmosphere and stratosphere. The mantles provide insulation to the Earth. Radial plasmas are stored in the core of the Earth. The north and south poles create the planetary axis that serves as the connecting point where different plasmas, subatomic particles, protons, mesons and alpha mesons pass through. The star provides the plasmas and the electronic energetics of the planet. The next level out from the star is Vela. This is the Velatropa sector. This is part of the next larger unit, or the Orion arm, V.0 of the galaxy. The galaxy, V.00, is the main supplier of the plasmic energetics to the star. The galaxy contains different gases, spinning phenomena like quasars, quantars and pulsars, which actually supply types of information and high-frequency radio waves. From the galaxy, there is the galactic neighborhood, which is a cluster of galaxies. The entire universe consists of countless galactic neighborhoods representing every phase and variety of evolutionary development. All of the different galactic cosmic levels and galaxy neighborhood types, constituting the index of the myriad galaxies, represent different kinds of electroplasmic interactions of the same electronic fluids, plasmas, charges, discharges, and lines of force. These are capacitated, stepped up, stepped down, and transduced. Cosmic science describes 4 interactive levels of cosmos. A. Biosphere at the planetary level. B. Heliosphere at the stellar level. C. Galactosphere at the galactic level. And D. Cosmosphere at the universal level. Note the cosmosphere includes the whole of the cosmos as an equalizing set of interactive forces that unify different orders of quantifiable reality. One. All phases of the cosmos in its cosmological sequencing are interlocked by a common set of electroplasmic interactions, ultimately generated from the soul atom. 2. These electroplasmic interactions reduce down to the simplest levels of the 6 types of cosmic electricity. 3. These 6 types of cosmic electricity are contained in the basic cubic parton structure. 4. From the combination of these 6 types of electricity come the 12 electronic lines of force. 5. These 12 electronic lines of force combine to create the 7 primary radial plasmas. 6. Between the 6 types of cosmic electricity, the 12 types of cosmic force, and the 7 radial plasmas, virtually everything else is engendered. 7. These electroplasmic components are interactive throughout the different stages and levels of the cosmos. These interacting levels also unify the multi-leveled orders of the different dimensions from quantifiable to super-transcendent, non-quantifiable realities of consciousness, and meta or supra-consciousness, the invisible realms, dimensions, and universes. The whole of this cosmic complex represents a composite or spectrum of different levels of interactions and dynamics of primary electronic forces and types of cosmic electricity. This is a vastly dynamic phenomenon that we can actively participate in. As a generator of energy and information, the key to the soul atom, quantinomio sitiobarico, lies in its 3 rings. These define 3 grades or levels of information energy. 1. Gravitational, physical mass in all of its forms and varieties, organic and inorganic. 2. Electromagnetic, all forms of electricity, energy, solar and cosmic radiation, plasmas, auroras, etc. 3. Biopsychic, intelligence programs activating the universal mental layers, creating planetary psi fields, of which the noosphere psi bank is an example. In its purest essence, the quantinomio sitiobarico generates the biopsychic potential of the psi bank, the storage and retrieval system of the evolutionary planetary life programs. Knowledge of the soul atom, quantinomio sitiobarico, is programmed into the psi bank and was first channeled by Charles Henry in 1926, who referred to it as the psi cone. Note that the term noosphere was coined also in 1926. The psi bank is the telepathic switchboard of the noosphere, the future collective consciousness of the Earth. Different keys open different psychomathematical levels, helping the individual transform into the collective whole. The comprehension of the psi cone was further evolved into the resonant field model, holonomic topocosm, and defined as the static equilibrium of the gravitational, electromagnetic, and biopsychic fields. See Earth Ascending, a treatise governing whole systems, 1984, José Argüelles. This was affirmed by the extraterrestrial channeled text Introduction to the Cosmic Science, 1971, which contains the full description of the prototype of the psi cone, the quantinomio sitiobarico. At the same time, Argüelles, without knowledge of the text, first presented information about the psi cone and its resonators in 1972 in his book, Charles Henry and the Psychophysical Aesthetic. Holographic yoga is based on the premise that we are all a living projection of a particular cosmic experiment. The projector is in another world, another dimension, in another plane of reality. When we realize this, then we can return our attention back to the projector. By doing this, we create an increasing harmonic resonance in the field around us. This is also helpful in stabilizing our present planetary consciousness. These exercises build on the practices from synchrogalactic yoga. The first practice focuses on integrating our chakras through time and then building up from micro to macrocosmic. By beginning with the underlying structure of the human chakra system, passing through the noosphere, we reach the galactic core. A main purpose of holographic yoga is to activate the psi bank, realizing it as the mechanism of our own consciousness and to activate our mental spheres as well. So our psychology becomes a cosmocentric cosmology. As described in previous volumes, any knowledge that we avail ourselves to regarding the noosphere and Psi-Bank quickens and precipitates the mental spiritual quantum shift in our conscious self-perception. These 7 practices of holographic yoga are based on the 7 cosmological components of creation as introduced above. The purpose of these practices is to attain holonomic understanding and resonant consistency within the cosmos. Let us first look at the human chakra system and expand it out to show how the human embodies time. In this visualization practice, we embody the time of the solar cycle by integrating the chakras to connect to the earth at the deepest root level. Each of the 7 psychic generators, the chakras, is potentiated by 52 flows, 13 red, 13 white, 13 blue, and 13 yellow, for a total of 364 flows. The 365th flow is the central channel connecting the 7 plasmic generators. Visualize the 52 4-colored flows from each generator and feel them vibrating at a supercosmic frequency. This frequency corresponds to that of Sirius B, which takes 52 years to revolve around Sirius A. The 2 new chakras, crown of crown and root of root, are activated by the spin, generating the 364 flows in full movement through the 365th flow or central channel. The 2 new chakras are actually extensions of the 2 poles of the 365th flow. The 7 chakra generators are also known as the 7 days of Sirius, castles. This connects primordially to the 7 days of creation and the interval of lost time in eternity, the ratio of 7. Since 52 is 1/7 of the 364 plus 1 orbital frequency code, 52 is the redemption of the interval of lost time in eternity, and the key to the generation of the 7 days of the second creation. Note that 4 Earth rings equal 1 moon, or Sirius Beta, or 28 castles. 4 rings, 7 castles per ring, 7 times 4 equals 28. 52-day castles, or 5 galactic spins plus 3 castles. 1 moon of Sirius B. 260 times 5 equals 1300, plus 156, 52 times 3 equals 1456, equals 52 times 28, 1 moon of Sirius B. In this visualization practice, we enclose the 7 generator system within the prototype of the human form, V24.33. From the perspective of cosmic science, the human is a component element of intelligence on V24.33. From the perspective of cosmic science, the human is the component element of intelligence on V24.33, the cosmic vibratory root that inhabits the surface of the Earth. It is a cosmic vibratory root because when the 7 chakras are fully activated with their 364 flows, then the etheric body vibrates the physical body and the plasmas begin to secrete through the permeable membrane of the skin to create the electromagnetic aura. Note, the flows are purely plasmatic and appear from the 144,000 etheric flows, or nadis, which are functions of the pranic activation of the soul body. What the mind of evolution seeks is for the human to be in a high resonance, vibrating at a phenomenally higher frequency, emitting an auric field so intense that it glows visibly, altering the electromagnetism of everything in its immediate environment. For this to occur and for this practice to be effective, visualize